important to understand sharps, flats and naturals, you need to have seen the semitones and tones section. So make sure you check that out first before you go on to sharps, flats and naturals. First thing we're going to do is talk about how to draw them. So a sharp looks like this. I'm going to start with an F sharp because we always start with an F sharp. A sharp, it's a noughts and crosses sign. When you're drawing it, you either have to, if you're doing on a line, you need to make sure that the line goes through the box section. And if you're drawing it in a space, you have to make sure that the lines are on the line so that the box section is very clearly indicating that that's an F sharp and that's a C sharp, because that's the note that it's on, obviously, in the treble clef. So that's how to draw a sharp. A flat, it looks like a little bit like a B, but it's a little bit more squished. And for a B, it's the same thing. The inside of it needs to be on the exact line that you want. So in this case, it's a B flat. An E flat is really clearly in the space. And the third one is a natural. A natural looks like that. Again, you need to make sure that the box part of it, the middle part, is exactly on the line that you want, or the space. So what a sharp does, what does a sharp do to a note? A sharp in front of a note, let's do an F sharp here, there's an F. When you draw a sharp, it's always in front of the note. Even though you say F sharp, the sharp symbol actually goes in front of the note, always in front. So that is an F sharp, and what it does is it raises the note one semitone. One semitone. It raises a sharp in front of a note, raises it. So here is an F. Here's an F. This is an F sharp because it raises the note one semitone. A flat, so a flat does the opposite. It lowers a note a semitone. So if we have an E, for example, as every good boy does out of stroke, this is an E. Just do my treble clef, so there can be no question. So if we call this an E flat, we put the flat in the front, making sure that it's on, the line goes through it, and that lowers the E one semitone. So here is our E. We're going to lower it one semitone, so lowering it comes down this way. That is an E flat. There is an E flat right there. Beautiful. Now a natural, what a natural does is that it takes away anything that's been before it. So if you see a natural, a note with a natural, it basically it erases any sharp or flat before it. It just brings it back to normal. So it cancels, and accidentals is another word for sharps, flats and naturals. We call them accidentals. When they're in the music somewhere, we call them accidentals. When they're at the start, next to the treble clef, we call it a key signature. But key signature is when they're doing a different topic. But accidentals, when you find them somewhere in the music, other than in the key signature. When we write these symbols down, so here, we would write F sharp. We say it as an F sharp. When you write it as the note, you put the sharp symbol in front. But when you say it here, when you say it as a letter name, it's F sharp. Here you would call that an E flat. We would call that an A natural. But you always put the accidental in front of the note.